rock and roll.
Well, hello. Welcome to the Daily Alien Morning Show. It's Friday. We're doing Sci-Fi Friday. I'm kind of excited. I think it's going to be a fun sci-fi. Ryan is here, of course, hiding in the back, ready to go do that voodoo that we do so well. We're going to be talking about the cabin in the woods and other various sci-fi things because that's what we do here on Sci-Fi Friday. We'll be back in just a minute and we'll do the thing at the place with the stuff for the people. The ship has been damaged. I'm adrift. No help in sight. At least life support's working. Okay, so much for life support. At 2 communications. At least if I'm going to die in the deep, dark black of space, I can watch the Daily Atheist Morning Show. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Yes, I have my wonderful co-host Ryan here. There she is. Look at that. Look at all. Hello. The Daily Atheist Morning Show, live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern. All right. So good morning, everyone. Let me bring Ryan up here with us. Hi, Ryan.
Good morning.
Good morning. So did you get to watch the movie?
I did.
I
did. We watched it like around dinner time. Yeah.
Good. All right. Apparently, other people were able to watch to watch the movie as well. Chemical Squirrel says that they finished it this morning. Miss Non Sequitur, Erin says she loves she loves it, thinks it's fantastic. Hive Sci, I think Hive Sci is saying about the movie. So that's good. Apparently, people enjoy the flick. I'm going to do something real quick, just a technical thing. It bothered me yesterday and I didn't do anything about it, and I just need to do it. That's more gooder.
I'll zoom out a little bit.
Yeah. It's like making me feel self-conscious. Like, are those all my nose hairs? I didn't grow them here. Anyway, yeah, we're awesome. Good morning, Ryan. We're kind of matchy. We're twinning this morning, it looks like, kind of.
Oh, we are. Yes, we've got our gray on. Is it a gray day there? It's a little bit gray here.
I don't know. I hadn't looked outside yet. It may be. It says it's clear. The thing says it's clear. I don't, if you trust the thing, maybe perhaps it says it's clear.
We're in sync together. I wasn't sure if Mother Nature might be in sync with us as well.
There you go. Maybe perhaps not. I don't think. Anyway, good morning. Have you had a good week so far? You ready for the weekend? That sort of thing.
Well, I'm ready for the weekend. I can say that.
Are you?
Are you?
Yes, I feel so much better than yesterday. Yesterday was a very unfortunate.
You were bad.
I was not good. It was not good. It was less than good. Good is over here. And I felt I was just kind of like my ass was kicked all day. Before I went to bed, I went ahead and took one of my emergency, brain saving pills. And I slept pretty good. I woke up without a headache. I've been going and doing stuff. So
nice.
Yeah. So it's been going good for me. And do you have any big plans for this weekend, or what's going on? Oh, Brent is here. I haven't seen Brent in a while.
We might be going out to dinner on Sunday with my kids. It depends on the weather. So allegedly we're getting snow.
Yeah, snow can suck. We don't get it often here. When we get it here, in the South, a lot of people don't know how to drive in the snow here. We're just not. I could even be one of those people. I don't get to do it enough to be good at it. So
yeah.
Anyway.
No, I understand.
Miss Non Sequitur says she's glad I'm feeling better. Brent, of course, is here. Good morning. Brent says, been a long time. Stupid work. That's stupid work. Work is stupid.
Oh, wowsies. It has been a while, Brent.
Yeah, it's been a day or 3. I'm loving that shirt. What's going on there?
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No. I'm going to have to rewind and watch this later.
Close my shirt up.
I'm bad, Chris. I say things before my brain. I get it. HR will be contacting me shortly.
The dogs are coming.
Chemical Squirrel says totally forgot Sigourney Weaver was in it. That's okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was in it.
Just like at the end of Paul, she shows up at the end of Paul as a bad guy and gets killed at the end of Paul too. Anyway, So yeah, that was a fun one. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. I just figure somebody. Well, let you tell me your thoughts about it, because you and Hubs, you have different views on movies. It may have really struck
Yeah.
you. Find out.
Well, neither of us really knew what it was about, since we don't really watch TV to get those 3-minute kind of previews or, whatever. So I was a little confused for a while, but I wanted to let my mind, figure it out eventually. And
Yeah.
there were little clues, like at the beginning when they were talking about like up there and down there. And I was like, are
Oh
they
yeah.
trying to allude to something deeper?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
when they were at the cabin, when these kids get to the cabin and the zombies first appear, I'm like, okay, I don't think that's actors. Because I was thinking, okay, maybe this is
Right.
some like freak where the people want to kill people, so they pretend to be whatever. They
Oh,
pretend to
right.
be these
Yeah.
evil things. That's what I'm thinking.
Interesting.
And
Yeah.
then I'm realizing, like, oh wait, they're not dying. So we're actually talking about like evil spirits or forces or
Right.
working here. So I was like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, I'm getting it. Finally getting it.
Gotcha.
But I liked it.
Yeah.
I did like it.
Yeah.
I was like, what's happening?
Some of the things, now that you've seen it, we can go ahead and talk about it. Some of the things in there, so for those of you who don't know, there's going to be spoilers. So if you haven't seen Cabin in the Woods, you should kind of know about it.
Turn it
Some
off.
spoilers, yeah. Go la 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 la. Anyway, so it opens. I think it takes a while to get where it's going, and that was one of the hard parts for me. Was it, like you say, whenever the zombies came out, the family zombies, oh, that was cool, but man, that was 30 minutes into it. I didn't know what the hell was going on, right?
Yeah.
I, like you, did not know. I had no clue.
Mm-hmm.
Now, well, I did kind of have some sort of clue, right? Just a vague thing, because I've seen the memes.
Exactly.
But I didn't know how they got there. Right. Okay. So I'm watching it. It's all good. I really enjoy Chris Hemsworth. According to the IMDb thing, I think I told you yesterday, it was the role that got him Thor and other roles. So that was good for him. But yeah, the zombies, and they came out, and I was like, what the hell? And I figured what was going to happen was we were going to see these zombies come out. These guys were going to defeat them. And then we just see various other creatures from other horror movies come out and try to get them, and they would defeat them. And that's not what happened at all.
No.
Yeah. So one of the things. All right. So let me get you to explain. Did you understand what was going on about the sacrifices and why we were seeing it all over the world? The different.
Yeah. So allegedly we have to make sacrifices to these ancient gods, or else they'll just let all these beasts out or something, I'm guessing. Is what I think I got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And all over the world are various different centers, if you will, or groups, countries, however, that control their version of the sacrifice. And apparently they all try, and some of them fail. So apparently the monsters don't get, they're not, I don't know, people defeat the monsters. But at some point in the movie, you'll see an image. They're talking about this happened and this happened. You'll see, like, I think it's King Kong laid out or something up on a monitor. They show several things different. And those are all different attempts all over the world for them to do this thing. But somehow the regular people managed to defeat their thing, and the sacrifice was not kept. Then we see the Japanese girls, and the girl, they always get scary shit with the girl with the hair down.
With the ring kind of type deal. They have
exactly the ring, yes.
Very scary type. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they're all screaming, and you think, man, that's gonna be a slaughter fest. And then at the end, not so much. They turned her into a frog. Or something. Yeah. You know how, because the Japanese are all spirit like, and you know how they are with their interesting ways, cool ways. Anyway, so that happened. That just left the US. One of the things I read was that the fool, do you know which guy was the fool?
Yes.
Okay.
The reefer guy.
Yes, the reefer guy at the swimming hole. The reason why he never took off his shirt was because he was more ripped than anybody there, and they didn't want to distract from That's what the IMDb thing says. I was like, really interesting,
That's so funny.
Yeah, yeah,
I enjoyed how it all kind of flipped back around on the people who were
mm,
behind, in the
yeah,
controls, and
yeah,
how they were able to escape and then get down into there. I just thought it was so fun
yeah,
after watching all these people gleefully watch people being killed. I guess
yeah.
understandably so, because they think they're saving the world by doing this.
Right, right.
But
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
these creatures, because I thought we were going to be left with them trapped forever in the
Hmm.
box when they had went down into that elevator, and I was like, oh no, they're going to be down there like forever with all these
Right.
creatures. And then I forget exactly what happened, but eventually all the creatures were let out of their boxes, come down on the
Hmm.
elevators, and then like groups upon groups of these soldiers or whatever just get splattered,
Slaughtered.
slaughtered
I
by the creatures.
yeah, I want to say that was fantastic. I really enjoyed the Schadenfreude you get from that.
Yeah, yeah,
However,
yeah.
I do want to kind of point out a logistical flaw is
Mhm.
that these people apparently somehow have captured all these evil spirits or ghosts or whatever the fuck they are, these monsters, captured them all,
Mhm.
have them all in boxes. You would think at this point they would know, because every time they release them on a new sacrifice, they have to go get them and put them away somehow. You would think they'd know bullets and machine guns are not the answer to these things.
Right.
But I'm just saying that
Ain't
at
gonna help
no
you.
point did they do anything beyond just try to shoot them. And I didn't think that made a lot of sense. I thought, well, you got like a, you know, Ghostbusters, something
Yeah,
that was the thing.
something
But
different, something more powerful.
yeah, looking back, I think upon a rewatch, it would probably be more. I'd probably have more fun with it. And then I think part of that's because I went into it first of all expecting to laugh. Um,
I
you
laughed a
know,
couple times.
a
A
couple of
couple times
times,
I
right?
did laugh.
But in no way is it a comedy. And
No,
I could have sworn we were saying it was
a
hilarious,
thriller,
and
I
I was
guess,
like,
kind of.
I kind of went into it. Yeah, did have a humorous side to it, no doubt, but it certainly wasn't a comedy. If it was a comedy, it was a shitty comedy. But it was a pretty good, light horror kind of thing. It was fun, but I think I kind of went into it with the wrong expectations myself.
Yeah, again, it took me a while to figure out what was happening when they were in, for instance, when they just got into the caravan, not caravan, into the
The
travel
train,
thing.
yeah, yeah,
What am I RV? Why was
RV.
that so hard for me to figure out? When they first got
They called
when
it
they
a
first got,
jumper, I think, or a romper or something. They called it something weird.
maybe that's why I'm
Yeah.
confused about it. But when they went to go get gas, I mean, had you not plotted this out beforehand to make sure you were going to have plenty of gas before you
I
got
thought
there?
that too.
Little strange. Okay,
Yeah.
you pull up to this old school pump. I mean, I'm just saying, are you trusted? Like, I don't know if I'm trusting that old school pump. That
Oh, no
gas might
doubt.
be old as dirt. Like, how often is that
Yeah.
like gas put in there? It's probably old. And the behavior of the old dude that was there, I thought, oh,
Right.
maybe he's part of it, as in like he was going to be the one coming
Yeah.
ganking them. So, there was just a little confusion as to who was the bad
Yeah.
guy in all of this, and
Yeah.
how were they the bad guy, and realizing it's all like supernatural forces with humans assisting them. And I guess one thing that confused me, I get that I might have missed, you probably can tell me, was all of this show because that's what the ancients wanted, or people
Yeah.
paying for this? I felt like
Okay.
they said something about people. I don't know. I'm
Paying.
sorry. Yeah, you tell
Okay.
me.
No, I'm not sure about the paying part. I don't, but what my understanding is that this was set up by the ancient gods. They live down in the center of the earth and they're content to stay down there as long as they get their sacrifices. And once they don't get their sacrifices, then they're going to come up and be up here again. And that's just bad. That's kind of all I really got from it.
Mhm.
And then at the
Same.
end, you
I
see the
didn't.
big hand come out of the ground. And that's essentially the old god going, you know what, I'm coming out. Now, the IMDb did tell me who that old god was supposed to be,
Oh,
but
did
I
it?
don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember
Oh,
who it
okay.
was. I don't remember. But yeah, that's
So
kind of the thing. Yeah.
what would you have done? Okay, so after going through all of that, the Virgin and the Joker? No,
The
Jester?
fool.
Fool, thank you. Blah, blah. after they go through all that, she almost murks him. Like, she's thinking about it. She's deliberating. And then he allows the werewolf to come up to her and gank her. So they're kind of at one point almost like not protecting each other anymore.
Yeah.
But then change of heart after Sigourney Weaver and the other girl, the girl with the one arm from the family or whatever, I forget who. But after they go over the side, then he and, you know, her kind of recollect, and they're like, you know what? Like, if this is what humans do to survive, you know, F them. Bye. We're all going. I don't want to, like, why should anybody have to go through this? No, let somebody else get a shot. What would you do?
I really kind of agree, at least from the fool's perspective. From the fool's perspective, no matter what he did, no matter what, he was going to die. He had to die. If you're going to save the human race, he has to die. If you don't save the human race, he's obviously part of the human race, and he's one of the first to die when the hand comes out the ground. So he was just pooched anyway. It was really the girl's choice. You know, of course, he could have been like, dude, shoot me. What are you even waiting on?
He could have just ran and jumped into the pit.
He could have jumped into the pit. Yeah, lots of different things, you know. So there was that. There was that. And of course, I guess it is a matter of, now here's something else, you know, it seems like you got this shit going on all over the world. There's these, you know, very apparently common monsters and all this business, but the people who went to be the sacrifices apparently didn't have any knowledge of any of this business. Nothing. I thought somewhere the old man at the beginning, he's essentially a harbinger, and he's telling them, don't go there. And it's his job to warn them. And they have to fall for these traps specifically. And if they don't, I don't know what happens. I don't know if they didn't go down it didn't say if they don't go down there and they don't activate the thing, or does it prove humanity is good and we get a pass for a year? It didn't really say.
Yeah.
You know, there was no clarification.
Released from the ritual because they passed the test.
Right. And it never really said that I know of. I just kind of noticed that they weren't really, oh my God, they better do it. They better go down there. If they don't, we're fucked. There was none of that until, you know, later on, whenever they realized there was something wrong. But before that, so it kind of, I got the impression that had they not gone down there, you know, and they had the right to warn them without telling them. And then, you know, kind of, so.
Right. They had opportunities to change their mind, but when they went down there, they chose their deaths. They didn't know that's what they were doing, that they were choosing their deaths.
Yes.
But apparently so. I can't remember. I remembered how homeboy had the puzzle, and that's how he chose his death. She was reading the diary, and the girl zombie came for her. But I couldn't remember. Oh, the necklace. I was trying to remember how the blonde, what she was going for, but she didn't even.
Well, if I can hook you up,
touched it. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Let me hook you up. I see where you're going with this, and this is the deal. Each one of them had an item, and whichever one of them activated their item first would determine how they died. The one girl read the Latin, and she activated the thing, and that's what brought the things up. That's why the guy he said, one guy was blowing the seashell. He was messing with the seashell. He was just about to blow it, and that would have brought out the merman, and the guy in the back was like, I really want to see the merman.
He got it. He got the merman.
Got him all right, yeah.
He got him all right.
So that was
right. I was forgetting how things happened.
Yeah. That's why the girl and the other people were attacked by not their choices, by her choice. The old people from the story that she'd written, the girl with the bad arm who liked the pain and all that business. So
the black room, and that's where he killed them. And I was like, I would have never, ever. One, I don't think I would have walked into that cabin. It gave me the creeps.
No, on a fucking bet.
No, it didn't look kept. I mean, it looked fine inside, but it just didn't look peaceful to me. Yeah. It just looked like abandoned to me.
On the outside, it looked horrible. On the inside, it wasn't so bad. Yeah.
Right.
Fishing cabin.
But like, I never would have went down into that basement.
No. Oh, right.
No.
No chance in hell. No.
No chance. Not unless I had the firepower of SG-1. Like I had some Zats or something like that, maybe then.
Yeah, I would only do it after I heard the word "indeed" from Teal'c. After I said, "You got my back."
Yes, then maybe
Okay.
we'd be safe. But
I
yeah, no.
just got to throw this out there before it leaves my brain. They opened that thing and sent that girl down there alone, knowing nothing. That was not a smart move. That was a stupid ball. We did see the stupid ball. That was the stupid ball. I really feel like that was a stupid ball.
Agreed.
On his part to tell her to go down there, on the other part to go down there. Stupid ball was being passed around. Second point I want to make. She really was. Anyway, I don't know what the hell was going on with him. Anyway, the gas pump, that thing was, there's no freaking way in hell, like you, to get that far out without at least looking to see if there was a way to get back. And after they left that place, the gas station, and went on to the place, no point after that was gas ever mentioned.
Nope.
So did he actually get, I guess he got gas. He actually managed. I remember seeing him throw money at the guy.
Yeah.
So he must have gotten something.
Gas, but I don't.
Something. I don't know if his gas coming out of that.
And the Harbinger said to him something to the extent it won't be enough to get you back anyway. So if you're out so far out that there's not enough gas stations, like you should probably maybe take, I know it's not great to take a can with you, but like something, I don't know, maybe I'm just too paranoid. I don't know.
Yeah. And he did try to work. Now, I have to admit, it was kind of funny whenever he called them and he was talking to the people back at the base or whatever, the guys with the whiteboard, and they kept leaving him on speakerphone. That was funny. And he'd get all pissed off, and that was funny. That got a laugh. That was a laugh. I dig it. I pick it up. That was a good one.
I did enjoy that. The one guy behind the scenes, I can't, not that one, but the other guy with the glasses, he's from a few other movies that I recognize him from, and I like his acting. I like the characters that he plays. I think, they did a good job with what they were doing, with looking like it was fun. They were happy. This was, fun things are going on. And the security guy, like they're telling the security guy, like, do you understand? Like, it's different between being informed and then like experiencing it. So I'm like, man, what's really going down here? I'm still confused at this point. I'm like, okay, maybe it's, I don't know. But then to find out that, like, then they get terrified as things don't go as they're supposed to, and they're like freaking out. I'm like,
that was the good part. It very much was, and I really enjoyed watching it whenever that, like you said, all the creatures came out and they were getting theirs. These guys had been sitting there. I thought that was really good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, and I'm not into gore. I'm not into blood, but it's fake. Like, this isn't that could not possibly happen ever. So I'm not afraid. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. So I was watching it going, get what you deserve.
I have to say, the way Chris Hemsworth ended was very fun. I enjoyed that. That was, the motorcycle. That was good. I thought that was fun.
I wasn't expecting that, man. I had, I knew that there was a force field because I saw the bird fly into it and die at the beginning of the thing when they were driving. But it hadn't even occurred to me that they won't let you, they're not going to let you escape.
Not like that. You can get out the tunnel, I guess. But they even had explosives to keep them once they went through and made their decision, I guess. Yeah, they wouldn't let them out.
Now, one of the things I thought was they'd been fucked.
Yeah. One of the things I thought was so funny about it was like how far he fell. It's like he jumped and then pow, and then pow, 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 pow. It was like, all the way down. That was pretty funny.
Kept going, I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, that's just rude. That's just so rude.
It is. Now, after all this, I may have to rewatch it with the evil one or just myself, because I think after, like I said earlier, a rewatch would make it more appreciative.
Now I get what's happening. I'm not questioning. I might be able to pick up on things that I hadn't picked up on before. I didn't even read the entirety of what was on the board, so I was, and I wasn't exactly sure how that board was playing out. Like, I understood that those were so it might be more enjoyable the second time around.
And I completely even forgot about the board. The board, of course, is that they've got all the creatures available to them or whatever. And which one is this crew of sacrifices going to choose? And I didn't get that at first. Because I was just going on about my business. And now the memes make more sense. That you see, if you see the whiteboard and somebody saying, I didn't see Trump taking over and killing everybody or whatever.
Right. And now that's one of the things on the, which I now get, and I think is funny. If I see the meme, now I'll understand what that's about. And I might even need to use the meme myself.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. Let's see. I'm going to catch up briefly with the chat. There's some theists in the chat, a Christian or two, and they're doing stuff. Might need to bring out a line or so. Rainbow Ash is here. I might like something. Sounds familiar. Dead Space was great. Dead Space, I played Dead Space, the video games. I like the first one. Second one, not so much. But the first one was good. I didn't know there was a Dead Space movie, though. I mean, it may be in there.
I don't know if I know what that is.
Oh, you watched a movie called Dead Space. Okay, I see. I wonder, is it related to the game Dead Space? Because that's pretty gross and horrific. Oh, the best viewers ever are over on, what is it, Twitch? We don't really pay attention to Twitch. We got the best viewers. Native Atheist is here. John Hudson is here. Gile is here. We didn't get to say hello to everybody. Native Game, good morning. Hey, you stream pretty well and I love it. Keep it up, but not so easy to stand out among millions of people. Blah, 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 blah. Selling me some stuff. I don't need stuff. Brent says I'm with Ryan. Let's see. And I thought, let's see, we have a monkey for you. Good morning, monkey. Musical monkey. Sorry.
Oh.
What's that?
And you know what else confused me?
What's that?
I was thinking that they were only going to get killed if they were, well, this is where I was still confused. I was thinking like, okay, well, maybe this is like a religious thing and they're only going to get killed if they sin. And I was like, but they didn't really. And then when the zombies started coming from Chris Hemsworth and the Blondie, I was like, but they didn't even do it yet. So that's not fair to punish them for. And then I realized, okay, that's not, it was already chosen. Once you chose, they were coming for you. There was no sinning left to be done. That was I don't know, not sin, but choice.
Yeah. That is, I guess that would clarify for sure. Yeah. I can see how it'd be confusing, how they each had their own thing.
I didn't get how it all came together until, more towards the end. And I was like, oh, you ding dong. How'd you not figure this out?
Yeah. Well, I did have fun with it. I'm going to have to think about it a little more.
I don't know which of those would have scared me most. Like of all those evil monsters, like I don't know which would have been the one that like probably would have just killed me on sight. Just like I see it, I'm dead because like that's a nope. That's a nope. Yeah. A big nope.
With me, it's usually the way I think about it is whichever ones is going to kill me the slowest is the one that
I'm wrong. Yeah. I want to like bite my head off, but I mean
exactly
clear off. I don't want there to be like partly off and you got to gnaw and saw for a little while.
Right.
And
none of this grabbing me by a leg and slinging me around like that shark in the movie where the chick is screaming the whole way. And, I'll hard pass on that.
That's I'm good. I'm good.
Let's head to Jedi says the elevator ride was epic. That's the whole thing. If you're probably a horror fan, it probably was. And that's what me and the wife were saying. I was like, I recognize one of those. Oh, that one over there too. But really to me, it wasn't, but now, like I said, upon a second watch, especially whenever they're going through and they're talking about the other sacrifices around the world that aren't working or that are falling through.
Yeah, they failed.
That's going to make a lot more sense now that I know what the hell's going on. Because at first I didn't know. You didn't know it was really important that Japan, and if they didn't, then what was going to happen next? And they even talk about it, anyway, through the show.
So was that all kind of like fail safes? Like if we have everybody participating, there's not any which way that one of us could, like somebody has to get this ritual fulfilled so we're all safe. And how often did they tell us how often this ritual is?
I don't know.
Is it a yearly, a monthly?
I would guess it's annual.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume annual.
Yeah.
But, ancient gods, they kind of
Um,
like the smell of dead meat. I'm just saying.
they really do. They really do. Left-handed Jedi. Let's see. Rainbow Ash. Did I get my solar panel stuff figured out? Yeah, it's all up and going. And well, it's not up and going. We haven't got our app yet. And they still have a connection to make, but everything's kind of almost there. And the next time they come and make a connection, they won't have to turn off the power. So we're good to go. We're all good to go. Chris, you actually agree with Jesus, but you have been brainwashed to hate him. Read Matthew. Are you talking to me, Chris, or is there a different Chris? Because I wasn't even talking to you. How would you agree with Jesus? I don't see how you would get that. All right, but though, if we're going to play that, you want to talk about Jesus for a little bit? We can talk about
Sure.
Yeah, well, we're
talking supernatural. Why not?
Sure, why not? Well, one of the things with the new Christians who come in the chat, they're like, Jesus loves you and all that. I'm just like, Jesus was not sacrificed for your sins, right? He was executed by the Romans. There was rules and regulations to sacrifices, and none of those happened. None of those happened. Jesus did not give himself willingly. He was hiding in the Garden of Gethsemane. Oh, sure, when they came and got him at the garden, he went only because he was fucking with the Romans, and had he not gone right then, him and everybody with him would have been slaughtered right there. So he went. But other than that, he was freaking hiding. Judas had to point him out. If he was truly sacrificing himself, he would have gone to the Romans and said, here, sacrifice me. You can't say the Jews who turned him over to the Romans sacrificed him. That's not what they were doing, clearly. But if you want to think that's what they were doing, remember, Jesus said, Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Whenever you're doing what the Lord wants, you don't apologize for that. So actually, had they been truly sacrificing to Jesus, to the God, he wouldn't have said that. He would not have asked God that. You see how Jesus was not actually sacrificed? He was executed by the Romans. And you just believe a huge lie.
It wasn't 3 days. Just so we're clear, it was not 3 days that he was down in the ground, down on the ground. So
he was not.
It's kind of a lie.
And the whole notion that he's going to pay for my sins and your sins and everybody's sins, but he's only in hell for like a little bit. But we were going to spend eternity in hell. Now, see, my thinking is if we were going to spend eternity in hell, each one of us, then he should spend 100 billion eternities in hell, because that's how many people there are. Or at very least, he should be down there burning by himself alone, because he was sacrificed for all our sins. And yet he got a rough vacation and got sent up to heaven. Ooh, and he knew that's what was going to happen. So is that a sacrifice? Doesn't sound like a sacrifice to me.
Yeah.
Good morning, Salty. Know. Salty is here.
Salt. I'm salty. Yeah, if it were me, like if there were God, and he put it to me and he was like, listen, if you die for me for 3 days, I'll forgive everybody for all the bad shit that I created.
Yeah.
I'd be like, am I coming back? It's only 3 days. I'm coming back.
Only 3 days. That's right.
I promise you. It's only 3 days. And then you get to be with me in heaven and all this glory. I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, forever. Okay. All right. I mean, you get your ass kicked and a couple of holes in your hand, but we're talking forever. Forever and all eternity. And you actually happen to know that it's real. That's part of the deal about Jesus. Jesus knew heaven was real. He knew there was a God. He wasn't on faith. He knew. But did he? And if he was sacrificing himself, let's go back to that just for a moment. Why would he say, why have you forsaken me?
Yeah, that was a little strange. That kind of was off-putting.
Yeah. Why have you forsaken me? Apparently that story. Right. It doesn't gel with the story, because if Jesus was sacrificed for our sins and everything was going right, and Jesus, why had God forsaken him? To save our souls. That's the answer. And if Jesus didn't know the answer to that question, why have you forsaken me? The reason why you're up there is, according to their story, to be sacrificed for the souls of all these people. And at the point when it's actually happening, you're going, damn, why is this happening? That doesn't gel. Did we lose all our Christians in the chat already? Are they still there?
They ran away.
Can we get back to talking about our movie now?
Ran away.
I'm just saying, they were, just saying. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Jesus was a criminal executed for sedition. Absolutely. Yeah, we could go on. I don't think we need to go on. They're either not here anymore or they're not listening or they're not going to listen. They don't want to hear anything. I'm just saying. If they reason, if they use your reason, Leonidas, if they reason, they'd stop and go, wait a second, is what he's saying true? Go look that shit up for themselves because you can't trust some jackass on the internet. And then they would find it is true and they should start questioning their faith.
I wish.
That's if they were open-minded, but they're not.
I wish.
They're not.
I do wish that Christians were more open-minded.
Yep.
But
they're probably still not even here. And I'm just saying, I still haven't seen any clapback yet.
No clap back. No
Not
butt
yet.
slap. Oh, I saw.
Had to go get a grown-up to type the response.
Rainbow wants to know if we can talk about the movie for next week, so that way everybody can get on schedule.
I think that's a very good idea. Do we have a movie for next? I'm working on developing an app, several. In fact, I've had progress in that department, by the way, girl. I'll tell you about that. Well, we but anyway, I'm working on developing an app to where we'll be able to vote for the movie of the week and stuff like that. So what we'd like to do probably, hello, Jason, Dragons in Genesis, throw out some suggestions. We're going to take a break real quick. We're going to run a funny little commercial for you guys. We're going to take a break. Throw out some suggestions. We'll talk about what movies to see, and we'll knuckle up. We'll be back in just a minute. Let's do this one. Boom. Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my... Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love. I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl say, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is? It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No! Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved. Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I can see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better, and that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Altered states. There's been a suggestion, altered states. If that's the altered states I'm thinking about, that's like a 1986 kind of movie. There's also Silent Running. I think that's a fairly older one too. Got weed? What's that?
I said, is it about weed? Altered states?
Could be. Could be. There were some other ones too back then, like Firestarter that they produced. Good stuff.
Oh, Firestarter. I remember that one.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't that was one of the first Drew Barrymore roles after E.T., I think, if I remember right.
You might be right.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Okay, so here's a good one. I really enjoy this suggestion. Have you seen Starship Troopers or Galaxy Quest? Either one of those.
I have seen Starship Troopers. What was the other one? Galaxy Quest?
Galaxy Quest? Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Galaxy Quest is a mockery of Star Trek with Tim Allen. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's got Sigourney Weaver.
Maybe because it is older, so there's a possibility.
Yeah.
It's been so long, you know. I'd be willing to those.
We can put that one on the list. I'm going to put it on the list, and we'll just, if somebody else comes up with a better suggestion. Did I mention? Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this. I remember I said the gas pump. I had a second thing on my list to talk about the movie, and the second one was that the fool was right. He tried to warn them. He tried to stop them from going down in the basement. Then he went down there and tried to stop them from fucking with the shit. He's like, come on. They should have listened to the fool. Now, if there's any Christians in the chat, I just want to mention this is kind of an interesting thing that oftentimes Christian will say that somewhere in the scripture it says something about the fool won't get it, or some business. And I always think there's this other quote that says, if the fool gets it, that what you're saying is not real, because that's what the scripture is saying. The fool's going to say, if even the fool figures it out, what does that say about the Christians? If they can't figure it out, yet the fool figures it out.
The fool knows. And that was because they saw him as the fool. They just saw him as somebody who smoked weed and was just getting too far out into his conspiracy theories and didn't want to hear what he had to say. And unfortunately, it led to their demise.
Yeah. Galaxy Quest. Yeah, so the movie can happen. That's right. Let's see. And now, Army of Darkness. Have you seen that one? Are you familiar with that one?
I don't think so.
Okay. There's actually, I think there's a couple of them. There's an Army of Darkness. There's a couple of movies that are related in that universe. I don't remember what the other one is. It's something about a heist, a bank heist.
If it's old, is it old one?
Not Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, okay. Hold on, and that's not the right movie. Dwayne Johnson?
No, not Dwayne Johnson, but I'm thinking he kind of looks like Dwayne Johnson. The Drax.
Oh, that guy.
That guy, Drax. I do know his name. I really do. Mr. Drax, if you're watching, I do know your name. Let me go here. And Army of Darkness was fun. Now, wait a second. Are we talking Army of Darkness? All right, wait. You're right. Bruce Campbell, Army of Darkness. Let's find out something here. Army of Darkness. That's a 92 film. That's not what I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about, is it Army of the Dead?
Now, there is an Army of the Dead with...
that guy that I can't think of his name. Dave Bautista. Dave, if you're watching, man.
Sorry. Yeah. That one's more recent. Yeah. No, I've not seen it.
I love all these suggestions, but man, some of these are like 70s, 80s. Can you maybe the last decade, guys? Hook us up with something in the last decade. Make it easy to watch. I'm gonna have to drag the evil one to watch this with me, and getting her to watch really old sci-fi is not easy. It's difficult, very difficult. So, I'm just saying, because I love Logan's Run. It may actually be a little bit of a disillusion to watch it now, because it's one of those shows that I liked as a kid. That was one of those that, had the women all scantily clad in these really skimpy outfits. And they, there were lots of things that really, to a teenage boy was.
Right. I do wish that they would make more older movies high def, like make them so it's easier for us to watch, because there are some really good movies, but God, it really is difficult to watch when you're so used to, 4K, etc.
And that's why they did some of the things they did with Star Trek. They've gone back and reimagined some of the Star Trek episodes and some of that stuff. Bless you. You okay?
Yeah.
Your soul didn't leave your body or any business.
I felt it, like I told you, sometimes I can tell like it's going to happen.
Right.
That was a one.
That's right.
My little omen.
Omen musical. Yeah, these guys are like Drax. I'm like, yeah, I know, man. There may be a delay. So there may be a delay. There are other
drive-in movies.
Yeah, me too. The first drive-in movie I ever saw was Independence Day
Oh, for
with
realsies?
Will Smith. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It was Will Smith.
wowsies.
We saw it in our car. Now, our car had a really good stereo system. So I have to say it did sound really good. It was a Pontiac 6000, had a great sound system. I don't know why. Anyway, but the screen was kind of dark. You know, at the beginning of the movie, there's this satellite and you see it. And then the big spaceship comes along behind it and you see details of the spaceship. And then you see this tiny little satellite
Oh,
crash.
the
You see,
one-
but in what we saw on the thing, it was just
It's
nothing. It's just
not.
black. And then there's like a tiny
I
little.
don't think you get real high def. Could you? Can you?
No,
Are you? Can you?
that's, I don't know. That was
Well, I
back
mean,
in
could you
91 or some
nowadays
shit.
though?
Oh, I don't know about that one. Now
Well,
they can upgrade shit. They can.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I wonder because I mean, when I was a kid, I went to a couple drive-ins, but when we went to the
Mhm.
drive-in, you know, we were sneaking in the like trunk of cars and stuff. Like
Right, exactly.
that was the day of, you know, you just sneak people into the movie theater. It was so fun. But I was so young, I don't remember the movies that we saw. I just remember the experience was, I don't know, it was just like the coolest thing in the world for a kid.
Yeah.
At least I thought anyhow. But
It was a social thing for a kid.
it was
Well,
more of
yeah.
a social thing because you could actually get up and walk around and talk and hang with people if that's what you chose to do instead of watching the movie. But, you know, for some kids, that is more fun than watching the movie, you know? So
That is more fun. Yes.
Mhm.
Now let me see here. We've got Army of the Dead, and I think it's associated with another movie. It's Army of the Dead is the one I was thinking of. I'd really very much rather watch the Army of the Dead than the other one with
I watch Army. Is that a zombie? I'm guessing it's a
It's a
zombie.
zombie. Yeah, newfangled zombie movie. I have to warn you though, it's one of those zombie movies. It's got, I mean, they've got, do you know what a Chekhov's gun is?
No.
A Chekhov's gun is a thing in like movies and theater or whatever, teleplays or something, where if we'll use a gun as an example. If you show a gun, if you like somebody steps by and you zoom in on the gun that's there, you have to do something with that gun later. If you don't do something with the gun later, it's just you've wasted everybody's time pointing, zooming in on the gun. Why?
Mhm.
Okay, so later on, the viewer knows somewhere down the road a gun is going to come into play. Okay, but it doesn't. Now you've pissed off. You fucked up the story. That's, you know, it's supposed to work. With Army of Darkness or Army of the Dead, I'm sorry, they kind of have a lot of those unfulfilled Chekhov's guns where they're supposed to do something. Like they're going to do something, but they don't do something. They allude to somehow that there's somehow aliens related to this somehow, but they never fulfill that. You know, there's just a lot of things that they kind of miss out. I also want to say, since we're going to talk about it, and I mean, we're not guaranteed to watch it, I do want to mention, I'm thinking about it and thinking about the things that kind of pissed me off about it. I want to mention that the movie shows Las Vegas crawling, absolutely stupid crawling with zombies. There's no way you're getting through that city at all, alone, period, done.
Right.
This group of militant people are going to go in there and they're going to rob a bank. Totally get it. That's what they're there for. Their specialty. They know what they're going into. Like the night before or some shit, the dude runs into his daughter. Dave Bautista runs into Ella Purnell, his daughter. She plays in a different show now. Runs into her and she's like, oh, my friend has gone into this place somewhere in the city and we have to go save her.
Okay.
Well, first of all, how did you know she even made it where she was going? For starters. Anyway, carrying on. So everybody in that entire team, everybody dies because of that. Because of that, because of her and her wanting to go help those people, everybody dies. Had they just done their mission, they'd have been fine. Second point, they're sitting there on top of a building, and this leader zombie guy is right there beside him. He's about to get them, and they jump on this helicopter and they fly off, and they're going to fly literally across town, across all of Las Vegas, and land on another building. So they do that, and they show clips of this zombie guy. He goes down. He's the leader zombie guy. Apparently, he's smart. He goes down. He gets on his zombie horse.
So the zombies are actually, these zombies have, okay.
I'm aware
You know,
of it. Some of them do, some of them don't.
Some of their faculties. Okay.
Yeah. And so he goes down from this skyscraper down to the ground, gets on his horse, rides across the city. I don't remember showing him riding. I think it's just like, you know, and gets there at the same time they do, or just after, the same time they do, and their helicopter.
Okay, sure.
You know, there were other things that they alluded to, like there's some kind of, this has happened before, this will happen again, because every one of the characters is dressed in distinctive outfits. And as they go through the story, you'll see dead bodies over on the side that are wearing the outfits that they're wearing, giving a sign that they're going to, but they never pay that off. They never really pay that off. They kind of go through the thing. Everybody, like I said, everybody dies. I don't know. It's just kind of, and I think the only person to live was that either his daughter who talked them all into going and getting killed, or the chick she went in to save, because somehow they managed to find her, you know. Let me just see what's going on.
Crazy, because it's the previews playing them on the IMDb page. Yeah. And those zombies are like, they remind me of the zombies, even more so actually than the zombies from Zombieland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where they're like fast, but they didn't necessarily like plot stuff. What it seems like these zombies are doing, almost like the Will Smith kind of. Yeah, they were smart. That's right. Too, whatever, cognizant. They
were. Well, I don't know I don't remember what they were called, but yeah, they were smart. That's kind of one thing, and also another thing I have to say is from a creative standpoint, that's really difficult. I probably shouldn't point it out, but once I point it out, even the trailers you'll see it is this extreme focus bokeh. It's going to show this part of this person's face, but like everything is going to be totally blurred behind them, and they're going to zoom in and out on that focus all throughout the entire movie. It's going to be all that. They're going to see I think one of the best examples is like on the trailer. It shows this woman zombie, and she's got like a crown or some shit. She's looking, and nothing. It's really fucked up somehow. I just distinctly remember that that it was really kind of, I just want to say, difficult. All the shots seem to have these weird zoom in, zoom out. Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
With this stupid, crazy.
I see. No, I could see exactly what you're saying just from the trailer. I see a lot of that.
I'll pull this up and show the people in the chat are going, "You're a bunch full of shit, Chris." Let me pull it up and show you what I'm talking about. And I have to say, it does get difficult to watch as the show goes on. The longer it goes, the harder it is. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to play this, share this, and now we're going to watch this together, me and my friends, as best we can. That looks like shit on that screen, doesn't it? It really does. But if you can see now this doesn't seem like this is normal-ish. I don't think this is part of the movie. This is
the Dawn of the Dead. This is like a clip or something.
Yeah, but this is what it's all about. And if you can't tell, everything is just like stupid. Like his nose is in focus, his ears is not. I mean, they are, but you know what I mean?
And it's like really they figured one trick editing skill, and they're like, "Oh, let's stick with this one."
And it just gets really, like I say, really old. There's that one, I want to say, the image with apparently they got a lot of things going on, but that one image of the girl lady that they always put on the trailers. See if I can find that real quick. I cannot. Alas, without going into a lot of stuff. So anyway, that's one of the things I found. I think I've just ruled that off of our list.
Yeah. If that bothers you, then let's not.
Well, I mean, it's just that, like I said, I've already pointed out there's so many freaking flaws, It's just, anyway, blah, 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 blah. Shut up, Chris. There's a lot of good movies out there. And some people are into that. There's another movie, I'm sure it's a bank break-in movie that's a family. There's Army of Darkness or Army of the Dead and something else, and they have to go break into a bank. And I think that one's an entertaining movie. It's kind of the same kind of thing. Let's see. John Fapiano, hello everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Asks, why didn't you like Dune? Asking Squirrel. They're asking Squirrel. I have to say, I didn't enjoy Dune myself. I'm a sci-fi lover.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm talking about the early. I mean, it's got Patrick Stewart in it. You'd think I love it. I love Patrick Stewart. I enjoy his part in that movie. I don't like the movie. The movie's freaking boring. It's long. It's boring. They don't have computers. They somehow managed to travel and populate the entirety of the stars without computers at all. It's just stupid. There's some stupid. It's got a stupid ball. The whole
technology.
was a stupid ball. Yeah, huh? They don't have similar.
Well, Carter would not enjoy that. She needs her technology.
That's true. Part of the reason why they have, I don't know if you've seen the spacer things, these things that look like floating, deformed fish things. I don't know what they're called. The people who make the space transit for Dune. Let's see, Space Transit Critters Dune. And let me see if I can see a picture of them here and show it to you. What? I don't even remember the name of the creatures that navigators. Maybe they're called navigators. And once I find them, okay, let me show you this right here. This is one of the things. They live in a thing in like fluid or some business in this ship. And this is what, if you're going to travel through space, this is how you're going to do it. Let me share this. You have to get on some of these things. Okay. This is a guild navigator. This is a human.
Oh.
That they have altered over time, over a long time, genetically and all this other stupid business to turn it into the closest thing you're going to get to a computer. So it can navigate space-time for you, so you can colonize the thing. And another thing I thought, I could be wrong, but I thought there was a stupid high percentage of failure, like 70% of the ships, 70% of the time when you go somewhere, you survive the trip. But there's this huge, like 30% of the time you don't. And I could be wrong, but I think there's something like that. If that critter gets it all distracted while doing its business, if it doesn't get enough spice from the spice planet known as Arakan, because it's a spice that lets this, I mean, it's just got, I feel the entire, now read the book, Chris. I got no time for books. I appreciate you, Brent. The movie doesn't do the world building justice. I get it. I know that apparently tens of thousands of years ago, humanity got into a war with sentient AI computers. So they made it to where they don't have any computers anymore. Yay. They explain why they don't have computers. They don't really put a lot of effort into explaining how they managed to do the shit they do without computers. You don't do the shit they do without computers. You just don't. I find that unrealistic.
Yeah.
Suspicious. I find that, unrealistic. That's just kind of, But then there's, I guess there's adventure side to it. But it's also one of those shows that's got a huge following,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Humans, Kelly Laughlin says humans after taking too much spice. They have a scene, and they've got some interesting scenes that will leave a mark on you. The Baron, there's this Baron guy. He's really big. He does a great job. The actor does a fantastic job. He plays this big, huge guy with like these sores all over his body from taking this stuff, right? And then he actually has to get it from other people. So he like pulls a cork out of somebody, and this goo comes out of them, and it's weird. It's weird. Let's see. Is a killing word. Something is a killing word. Let me hold on a second. My thing is, I can't read what it says. My name is a killing word. Oh, Spooky Bed Hair. Good morning, Spooky Bed Hair. Thank you for joining us. Well, hope you're doing okay. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to refill my coffee. I don't know if the Christians were still there. I kind of got distracted and went on. Let's see. Do that again. I'm sorry.
Jesus is coming back.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just celebrating Jesus' return. Business says that we have to read our Bible.
Business. Oh, business. Folks, Jesus is coming back to judge you all. Go read the Bible.
Yay. I can't wait to see this.
I would think business S2G should probably go read the Bible. One of us has a good idea what it says. I'm thinking the other one does not. There we go. There we are. You're back, and we're back. Transatlantic greetings, Dune Rocks, says Finest Plugins. I can respect people that dig it. I just personally don't. I don't dig it. Some people like it. Brent likes it. I just don't like it. But there's a lot of movies out there that are kind of shit movies that were based on good books.
Oh, I know. That kind of like breaks your heart when you read the book and then the movie is just like.
Yeah. Brent, I do have to respect Brent's point that, the book could absolutely be better. I mean, I really don't have time to sit around and read books. The Evil One manages to make time to read 1,000-page books. I don't do it. And I'm not going to start. You know, I'm just not. It's just not my bag. It's
I
just
like
not
reading books, but I read more like
yeah.
I just don't have time to read like that kind of book, but I would read, stuff about like Ugari or like that kind of dumb mythology stuff.
Gotcha. I read all the time, constantly. I'm a very fast
Oh yeah,
reader.
well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Martian's a good book or a good movie. I think that's a fun movie. It's a really kind of a hard science movie, Martian, with Matt Damon in it.
Oh yeah. I remember that one. Wait, because he was in like two different space ones, wasn't he? And one of them, he like tricked people to come getting them, and then did one who was. Okay, so that was the tricky one. This is the one where he's actually trying to survive and growing potatoes or something. Is that?
Yes. Okay, so the only my understanding, because they try to do really hard science on this one, the Martian one, where they do leave him on Mars. My understanding is the only place where they really kind of took some creative liberties are with the storm at the beginning of the movie, because that planet, Mars, doesn't have an atmosphere thick enough to create a storm that destructive that would have caused those kind of problems. It'd have been like at best a light breeze kind of deal. What we see, a tornado there would be a dust devil here kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of just not as much air. So that was my understanding of the one. Everything else, though, him finding the potato stuff and finding their old waste and using the waste to grow potatoes and all that, that kind of makes pretty good science.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That's mostly actually what I remember about not even gonna lie, that's the most I remember about the story is the potatoes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's that one of the things.
Potatoes, so I was like, well, I guess I'd survive. I mean,
yeah. There you go. Yeah, fried potatoes are good. Yeah, boiled, baked, fried. I love me some potatoes.
But no salt, no dressing.
True. I think he did have salt. He had salt and ketchup for a while. He had some supplies for 4 people. I know for 4 people for a while.
I could deal. Yeah. Like salt would make everything better.
Yeah. It was a fun movie. Now at the end, whenever he gets over to the other place and he takes off, and he has to like literally jump from his ship, his thing, over to like another place using a fire extinguisher. I found that to be not practical. That's very not practical. But otherwise, it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Soylent Green. Yes. Gravity. I enjoyed Gravity with Sandra Bullock. It was a fun movie. It had a lot of good. It could really happen. There could really be. There's even a word for what would happen, named after somebody. If the satellite started collapsing, one would fly into another, and the parts would just shatter, and there'd be like 1,000 million different bullets going everywhere, taking out this satellite and that satellite and this satellite, and for long there'd be this chain of events. That is totally possible, which would render us kind of really difficult.
Screwed in the pooch.
Yeah. So that, my understanding, is quite possible. The things that were improbable about that was the thing like she shouldn't have lost the guy. When they lost the guy, and I don't remember his name right off. Let me think of it. George Clooney. When she lost George Clooney, that was kind of, they didn't really have to do that. Yeah, they were already where they were. Their momentum was together, and all she had to do was just gently pull him, and he would have not flown off. That was kind of that. And then, of course, I think we talked about this on the show the other day, the fact that she wore boy shorts and a half T-shirt underneath her outfit was unlikely, because they usually wear like this white full body undersuit that's underneath their things, and that was kind of pride. They just wanted to get Sandra Bullock in her boy shorts.
Right.
I can't really argue with that. Just
I mean,
other people,
beautiful.
that's true. Other people were like, it pulled me out of the story. It's like, actually, it pulled me into the screen.
I was all in it.
Yes. Gattaca is an interesting school. See, a lot of them, like Brazil and Gattaca, guys, I mean, these are not even this century. They're great movies. They're just so far back. Is there anything recent, semi-recent? Something semi. She pulled what off? Who pulled what off? Has anyone seen The Man from Earth? It's a short film. Brazil. Yeah, Sandra's buttocks. Oh, I see. Yeah, Brazil was a fun movie. It was kind of, Brazil is weird. There's also another one that Snowpiercer. Great suggestion. That's one we've talked about on the show.
Yeah, you were saying that like you can think of it as a I don't know, prequel or sequels. I forget. I kind of
A
forget.
sequel? A sequel
Something like that,
to
or
Willy Wonka? Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That was what.
Yeah.
Okay.
A direct. Now, see, I always thought the premise was stupid. A train that goes around the world. It's on a track that goes around. There's nobody left to maintain the tracks, take care of it, none of that stuff. Anyway, there were lots of logical reasons, but the story behind it, everything else was really cool. Now, the tracks themselves, and that now, at first, I'm like, oh, that seems logical and crazy. But whenever you realize you're literally in the same world as Willy Wonka, then the train tracks kind of make sense. They're not that much of a push because you're like in Willy Wonka's world. They have all kind of weird shit in there.
Yeah.
Gadgets. Yeah, the gadgets. And that's a good one to watch.
Sorry.
I think we should let's see if we should watch it. I'm gonna do finest plugins or CC. Rainbow Ashes, older sci-fi movies are better than recent ones, it seems. Some of them are, I get it, but I mean that's kind of true. I noticed just this century even, there's got to be some decent movies. Going back to these ones where, I mean, I love them and shit, but man, that stuff is stupid.
Sometimes I agree that like nowadays they rely a lot on the special effects. Like they focus more on the special effects than they do the plot or whatnot. And kind of back then it's like you really have to have a good plot and good story and or whatever. Otherwise you might, it might suck just because you don't have that kind of special effects to pull you through.
That's true. I dig it. And I like practical effects. Some of the practical effects, the older movies with the practical effects where they really built shit, that's so much fun. Aliens. I could actually see us doing the Aliens series, the Aliens movies.
I would do the Alien series.
Yeah, Aliens. I like Aliens. I've only seen the other two in the original 4 movies once, and I remember being less than impressed with them. They weren't.
It's been so long.
Yeah. The one, I think number 3, I thought was okay and kind of cool. 4 was weird where it ended where she's like having some weird sex with an alien thing and it's stupid, and then the thing gets pulled out of a small. It's just it's got a stupid ball ending. But other than that, I don't remember the rest of it being bad. It might be worth watching, I have to say I haven't really enjoyed and I believe we've talked about it even. I haven't really enjoyed the newer movies by Ridley Scott in the Alien verse. Alien Covenant and the other one where we've talked about them on the show, where they go to these planets, they get out there, they wear no protection at all. None. And then they get like a tiny little microbe in the ear, and by the time they walk where they're going and literally walk back a matter of hours, that thing has grown into something the size of a bat.
Right.
I just think Prometheus, yes. I just think that was very difficult. You have to understand there's a mass give and take. You have to get that mass. Things don't just grow like that. They just don't. Even in the original Alien movies, they took time to get where they were going. The first one came out of his body and then skittered away and took time. It ate stuff or whatever. I don't know, but it just seemed like it was, even if let's even forgive them the whole matter thing, the mass thing. Forgive them the mass thing. All right, so the little creature that comes out of his chest can, based on the nutrition it's already got, flower into the blossom of a xenomorph. That's fantastic. Give it some time. Let it take some time. In the original Alien movie, it did take time. It ran away. It took its time. The second Alien movie, they took their time to grow into what they were. The newer Prometheus and stuff, they're seconds. It takes seconds for them to grow into fully grown, horrific monster creatures. Thank you, D&D, for the $10 super chat. Have you seen the series Fallout? Ryan, have you seen Fallout? I have seen it, and I enjoy it. We're waiting for the next season to come out. Now, I don't know if they've already come out with a new season. We haven't seen it yet, but I enjoyed it. The lady I said was the daughter of Dave Bautista in the Army of the Dead movie. She is one of the main casts in this Fallout series. That actress plays that guy. And she does a good job. I enjoy her. She's fun.
So is it a TV series? Is that what it is?
It's a series, yeah. Fallout. It's based on
Actually,
video
I
games.
wonder if I wrote that one. Hold on, I have to
Yeah,
get my list.
you may have
'cause I
that on
wrote
your
it.
list. But I
Yeah.
believe if you're familiar with the games of the Ella character, the girl in blue, she's from one game. There's this guy who's going to be in a robot suit. He's from another game, and there's a zombified guy who's cool and on the good guy side. He even saves dogs and stuff.
Mhm.
He is from a different game, I think. They're not all actually from the same game, but they're all in the same series. They put them together in the same series.
Okay.
Or some business. Now, see, Love, Death, and Robots, I started and I thought I enjoyed the first couple, but I got distracted and never continued. Let's see, Kelly Lawson. Oh, hey, you know what? We need to take a quick break and fill our coffees. Are you? Let me let you. Let's do the thing, and we can. You guys, what do you guys want? What's that?
I just said I could use some water, and I got to reheat
Water.
my heating pad. I got to heat and pad. I got to heat up.
All right, folks, we'll be back in a minute.
Mi burrito es tan bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. El ataco bueno, bueno, it stings like a bee. They told me she was his sister, now I'm plagued between the knees. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs.
All right. Still got a minute. Oh, no, we're back. There we are. Very sudden like. I thought we had a minute.
All right.
And we
then.
are here. Here we are. Here we are to save the day. It took me a while. Let's see here. I want to mention I Fallout games were good. I had a couple of thoughts over here I wrote down. As because we're talking about Alien. People, somebody in the chat, I think it was Brent, maybe said Prometheus or Covenant, one of them really, oh, here it is. Prometheus just totally kills all the mystery about the aliens. Yeah, my understanding is in a way, Prometheus kind of makes it out like they didn't have exactly the kind of xenomorphs we know of. And then I think David the robot creates them or some shit. And that's how we get them. And then later on, I think that's kind of what happened. Anyway, it's vague. And it's really, they could have, Ridley Scott, you could have done better. You had a lot of money. You could have done better. I could have helped you with it if you just asked me, but you did.
I think if I remember correctly, but I don't know if I remember correctly, when I saw it, because I loved it, but when I saw it, I don't know if I knew that it was connected to the Alien series. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember that at that time. But I just like that they got to these gods or whatever they thought they were going to be, and the guy just like straight up started murking them. I just thought that was cool. I like that. I like that part of the plot.
Actually, that's all pretty cool. I'm down for all of that. I think that all of that was pretty cool. No, yeah, I'm down for that. That wasn't that bad. What I'm kind of what I'm talking about is, in that show they did indeed have a bit of a stupid ball, but we won't go there just yet. You know, we can live with a little bit of stupid ball, right? You know, so the first one I didn't really mind so much. It was the follow-up movie, because she survives at the end of the first movie. And then somewhere between the first movie and the second movie, the robot who she saved and took with her ends up killing her, dissecting her, using her body to create the original, what we think of as xenomorphs. That's what lost me. It's also in that one where they go to this planet. It's a fully fledged planet with animals and plants and trees. And there used to be a race of human-like creatures here. They know that. And yet they get off of this ship and they wear no protection whatsoever. They wear baseball caps, no mask, no nothing. And these spores get in their ears.
That is kills them. Stupid.
It's just a lot of stupid ball. Ridley Scott.
I do actually forget a lot of the movie. It's been so long. The main part I remember is just the big dude. Prometheus, or whatever the hell.
That's the first one. Yeah. That was cool. Yeah, they've been leaning on that one for a long time. Remember the first Alien movie had one of the navigators, one of those big dudes he was dead in a
I kind of forget. See, I do kind of need to see all of these again.
That's a great idea. I'm going to put Aliens on our list. We could actually do that. Because that's a good one. There's a part where you see that our heroes are in their spacesuits and they're going down and there's all these eggs, you know, and there's this, I don't remember what they call him, the pilot or something like that, big skeleton looking thing up there. Those are, I think, Ridley Scott's kids in miniature suits. That's how they remember we were talking about practical instead of that was one of the cool things. But yeah, that's kind of a good space jockey is what they call it. They always call it a space jockey. The big creature thing. All right, so the Alien and Aliens I thought were really good. With Alien Romulus, there were just a couple of stupid ball moments that I thought, like when Sharon Theron, she dies. Sharon, how do you say her name? Charlize Theron.
Charlize.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes. The cool blonde actress who does a very good job. She whenever she's at the end and she dies, this huge wheel, essentially it's a wheel, is rolling towards her. And rather being the super genius smart person that she is, rather than running this way or this way, she runs the same direction it's rolling.
Why do people
and
do
gets
that?
run over.
I hate
so the
that.
movie
That really annoys me. That annoys, but but I hate when they do that, because in real life, if something's coming at you and it's directional, then move out of the fracking direction. If a tree is falling this way, don't run that way. Run that way. Like, oh my Lord, that does bother me so much.
Oh, here's a good one. Sire Equinox says, I found Downsized disappointing. Oh my goodness, me too. So disappointing. You okay?
Yeah, I scared myself.
Oh, okay.
I dropped my thing is really heavy and it clunked. I was like, what happened? I just dropped it. Sorry.
Downsizing was it had potential.
Let me look it up. I don't know what it is.
Matt Damon, that humans find a way to reduce their size.
Oh, I saw
and all
that
their
one.
stuff.
You know,
one. It really could have been that they could have done a lot with that. He goes through with it. Yeah, he goes through with the downsizing. His wife does not. And instead of going on with a fun movie about having small people and big people and him finding a new love and going on with his life, he ends up getting with some lady who's all down and out, and it turns into some story about her hardship life, and it's a real downer. Really, I don't even think we even finished it. Let's see here. Chemical Squirrel Ryan's That Drives Me Nuts. Oh, I think he's talking about
I forget what did I say? I'm sorry. I say so much stuff.
I don't think it was what you said. It's the underboob, I think, is what's getting them. Am I wrong? I'm sorry if I was wrong.
I liked downsizing, I think,
Yeah.
but I do think it was a little bit. I agree with you. I think it did kind of get stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the premise, like I could see that premise if there was a way for humanity itself to downsize, so that way it wouldn't just be a certain group of people, because I feel like that just leaves you too vulnerable. Like, no, thank you. I don't trust humans like that. You know what I mean?
That's a
like
good
if
point.
your consciousness was uploaded to a server or something, I would need fail safes because I don't trust like that.
That's a good point. At any point that they could just wipe out this tiny, tiny little thing and get all of you.
Take all of everything that you've ever had in your entire life, right? Your identity, even if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm. And well, part of the deal is, they sell all your stuff, you sell all your worldly stuff, and then you get more stuff down once they downsize you, because it equates and all that business. But then, like you said, now even poor people, especially poor people, because they're desperate, so they sell their shit and they get this. And I think that's kind of why he ended up getting with that lady. And I don't know, I kind of remember really not enjoying it. What about Ready Player One? Have you seen that? That's a fun movie.
I like Ready Player One. That's a good one. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna actually put that on our list because I would enjoy watching.
Did they do a second one, or is that just only?
I think it was a one-off.
Just a one-off. Yeah, I like that one. I kind of almost feel like that's what they're trying to push us into.
Yeah,
for real. They want us to spend so much time online in virtual reality while the world around us kind of burns.
Yeah. It's a good point, isn't it? And one of the things I dig about that one is just so many references. I mean, if you're an old guy like me and you played all those Mario games and all those, all
That's
that
fun.
shit when you're a kid, Iron Giant. Remember we talked about Vin Diesel was the first voice. He played the voice for the Iron Giant. The Iron Giant is a big part of that movie. It's just so many callbacks. I wish they had had more Star Trek. I don't remember there being any Star Trek in it, but maybe there was, and I don't remember. Let's see. I should have added. Either. Yeah, Chemical Squirrel says I should have added context. I hate when actors run straight ahead instead of to the side.
Oh, yeah, it's so freaking annoying. The boat crashed into land. Let me run 100 yards. Yeah. Right. Like the boat's coming at me. I'll just run straight. Get the frick out of here. Like if you're that stupid, then you probably deserve to die. That's usually what I say. If you're that dumb, then I guess you're going. Bye.
Just weeding out the dumb ones from the.
Darwin's taking care of it for me. Yeah.
That's kind of there. Again, there are those things. I remember there was a second thing that I found. I actually thought it was a good premise that they found the things in the cave all over the world. I mean, a lot of that was, in the first movie, in the first Prometheus movie, where they went. Oh, okay. Yeah, again, they left Earth and they went.
I really do kind of forget.
Yeah, because I'm with you. I actually liked the first one. It's the second one that got really stupid. The first one kind of I did have some problems with, but it really, again, my problem with the first one would almost exclusively be the growth rate of the creatures.
Yeah.
Other than that, I really enjoyed it.
That's kind of, we know that's not. Yeah. That's dumb.
That's crazy. Yeah. So that would kind of be like my only real, was with that movie. I kind of, I think there may have been a couple other things. The scientists, the supposedly smart people get down there and they do stupid things, like the one reaches out and tries to grab the snake thing that breaks his arm. That was kind of a stupid ball. We allow stupid ball moments, right? You can have a decent movie and a couple of stupid ball moments.
Because people are dumb. So
right. Now then we went on to after those we went to the newer stuff, which was Alien Romulus and Alien Earth. I remember watching Alien Romulus and kind of being like, it's okay. But the end, I feel, again, was the same problem. This girl, I think we talked about it on the show. She has a baby, and in less than 60 seconds, it turns into a 7-foot tall monster.
Oh.
And I think I just think.
Yeah, I didn't realize this was 2024. No, I have not seen that one.
I have to say there's a real delay in our chat, guys. I don't know if you've noticed it too. It's like we'll be talking about something, they'll agree with us, and we've already moved quite a bit on. I don't know if you've noticed that or not. It just seems like that's been going on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yes, I like Iron Giant too. Iron Giant is my favorite as a kid, says Chemical Squirrel. Well, we were talking about that a minute ago. See? Anyway, Iron Giant was good. Zark Cross, thank you for that. So chatlings, make sure you're live in the stream. That's a good point. Yeah, you got to hit the live button too. Sometimes if you pause it or something and you're watching the stream, you can get, yeah.
And also like the whole, we've talked about that before, but choosing the live chat instead of top chat. It's like, come on, YouTube, get it together.
Absolutely. Yeah, that one, I think that one's ridiculous. And the fact that you can't choose it and have it stay as a permanent setting.
It should be a toggle of some sort that just,
it should be.
It remembers when you come back, you know, when you're logged in, it should know who you are and what your preferences and what your settings are. Does it not with other things, with other filters? So why is that such a problem? And honestly, I don't even really think that feature is needed unless you have a certain amount of people in the chat room chatting. Like when you've got like 20, 30 people, it ain't such a big deal. Now, if you got like hundreds, yeah, you might need to slow it down some way. But
but they have that actually. They do have that. They have a slow-mo where you
they have a slow-mo.
So
get out of here, you dipshit.
I don't get now. One of the things I think sucks about that is whenever you go to create a video or upload a video, down at the very bottom, there's going to be that, do you want it to be live or top chat? And you have to choose that almost every time, most every time. Even if I choose reuse the same settings as the last show, it's kind of a 50-50, or whether it's going to flip that one thing back. And if we flip it back, now it doesn't affect the people in the chat, but it does affect the people who talk in the comments after you upload.
Right.
Because I've had people in comments after I upload go, hey man, how come my comments aren't being seen? Well, it's because you're in top chat instead of—
People ask me all the time, why'd you delete my comment?
Right, exactly. On your uploaded videos and on your live stream videos, at the very bottom of the settings page is the top chat or live chat. And you can set that before, saving them from that confusion.
I wonder if I have it. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, there'll be a lot of times I'll go click on a video and it will say there's comments. I'm like, I want to see the comments. I came for the freaking comments. And then I have to click the button like newest or something, just so I can see what the latest comment is. Like, stupid.
Yes, it and I don't see why they don't. It just kind of top chat filters messages, and they don't give you the option to turn it off. It just sucks permanently.
Yeah, and for comments, really the only options I think you should want is like most liked, because a lot of times you want to see like what comment got the most attention and for what reason, and maybe newest.
Right.
Like what else do you need when it comes to comments?
I really feel like newest should be the default. And if you want top comments, you should be able to set that, because top comments hides comments, and it's so confusing. It's so much trouble. Anyway, I think what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick little break. What the hell is going on over there?
What happened?
I'm watching my broadcast studio thing, and it was showing the start of the show. Like, why are you doing that? Anyway, no worries. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a minute. Why don't you guys dance to this song? We'll be back.
Mi burrito es tan bueno. It burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. El ataco fue no bueno. It stings like a bee. They told me she was his sister. Now I'm plagued between the knees. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse. There's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno. A full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está bueno. It burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi está no bueno. A full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno. It burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penal plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penal plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs.
There we go. All right, we're back. We're back. I see you. I feel you, Rainbow Ash. I like what you're thinking there. I see that you're saying let them vote on the goats or the moon. You know, I'll play goats before we end the show. Normally, I just shut off the show unless you have a special request. I'll play you some goats whenever I shut down. I'd like to. Yeah, one of the things about, hey, we're going to do a commercial. Y'all want to vote? It's kind of, I don't mind doing it. I just thought it was kind of inconvenient for the folk, So I think what might be more gooder is if I can find a way to make it to where people can vote on it somehow. You know what I mean? And I really need to get a new commercial going. I've just been doing other things, and I am ready to start. I'm just getting anxious and feeling like the need to create. Mm-hmm. So I'll be dropping another one before long, hopefully. John Hudson says, do a poll for next week's sci-fi movie review. Well, we were kind of asking, I need to figure out a way to make it a poll, because if I just do it a poll in this thing, I never go back and check them. To be honest, I don't even know how to go back and check this other one. The one here in the chat, when I make it, I didn't make it today. Welcome to the channel, supporter of Voice of American Culture. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Yeah, so I get you. Stewed shorts. I really do want to find a way. I want to find a way. I know it's not possible to kind of do it in the app so much. Maybe it is. I have this thing down here that's called, what's it called? Don't tell me. I know this one. It's called StreamerBot, and it's got lots of little things built into it. I bet it's got some kind of voting thing where we could vote on what commercial you want to play or some business. Yeah,
I bet it does.
Some people like I haven't played. Let me come over here to this other page and see. The fascism commercial, haven't played that in quite a while. We don't get to see the altar boys very often. The He's a Liar commercial, the foreskin one, don't get to see that. Matter of fact, we ought to get to see the Christmas one more often, but we don't get to see those either. So I should let the people vote, especially now it's holidays. We should do the Christmas one. So yeah, I'll try to think of a way to make that all happen.
Tis the season.
Cool. Kelly Lofton is trying to decide if I should drink one more cup of coffee. Can you feel your pulse if you just keep your hand over here like this? Can you feel your pulse?
Feel this vibration coming off.
Yeah. Then probably not, I would guess. Yeah. I drink too much coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. Let me see here what else we got. Thank you, A Voice of American Culture. We appreciate you for that.
Sorry, somebody had commented about the movie. They said one last comment. Oh, it was Sir Equinox, and they said about Cabin in the Woods. They like when Weaver's character said that one of the sacrifices is the virgin, and the girl was like, "Not me," and she says, "Well, we work with what we got." That also was a little bit curious to me. And at one point, when the Joker went missing, I thought that he was the virgin.
The virgin, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that maybe they had thought she was the virgin, but it was actually him. But then they didn't even care if it was a virgin. They had to call somebody the virgin, I guess.
How much of a virgin? Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because,
or at least,
because I was like, wait, how could she be the virgin when I thought specifically at the beginning of the movie, they said that she was sleeping with her professor?
Yeah. So not really a virgin, but as close as they were going to get maybe in today's world.
Gotta work with what they got.
Yeah. That was interesting. I kind of wondered that I guess she was the only one who could have survived. And only if she died last.
Right. Because it has to be in that order. I'm assuming that's just what they...
Not necessarily in that order, but just that she has to be last if she's going to survive.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's how that... So the fool couldn't have survived. If she had died, the fool still had to have died, no matter what.
Yeah. According to, their ritual anyway. That's what's supposed to happen. I personally... maybe that's stupid of me and I'm just a dumb person. But when they turned around to go back to the cabin, like after the bridge collapsed and he jumps off with his motorcycle and crash, I was like, let me try to climb up across that goddamn. I'll take my chances on the mountain than I will back with them freaking freaks.
That was kind of hard. Yeah. How do you survive those? And what happens if the fool had died? Does she get to get away? Do they not blow the explosives in the thing, Yeah.
Would they have let her walked off, or would they have just been like, well, you're here, so I'm going to go.
Yep, very true. Let's see, call HR. John Hudson saying call HR. Is he just now seeing the underboob comment?
John Hudson. Has he been here?
Yeah, he's here. He's in there causing trouble.
Okay.
Sorry, John, we haven't really been,
I haven't been looking today. I'm sorry.
He made a suggestion earlier about something. Only foreskins. That's funny. Yeah, John's here. The one I miss is Raven. He can keep his super chats. His personality was wonderful. Not always. Okay, now if you were here when Raven was here, occasionally Raven could go too far. It could happen. But he was pretty good. When he didn't go too far. I think I'm going to be personally late for work this morning. Are you, Kelly? Okay, well, you're the boss. I guess you can do that. Yeah. Let's see. I've got good taste. Now, let me ask you, since we're kind of caught up with most of that, feel free to hit us up with any other stuff you want to talk about, guys, about the thing, Cabin in the Woods. I want to mention that Snowpiercer, is my understanding, is not official, that it's not officially,
right.
But I think it's one of those, the director did this on purpose. I think kind of obviously, yeah. But there's a video you can watch on the Tube of Views that will explain how you'll be like, oh yeah, that all makes sense as to how it's,
how it fits in.
How it fits in. They had to kill the sky, so it'd be frozen. The world is frozen now. So at the beginning of the movie, it tells you how the chemicals and all this other stuff. And I'm kind of guessing, if I remember right, the chemicals probably even came from his own plant or from something they were doing. I'm going to have to watch it. We should watch it again and check it out. Again, like I said, the thing that always got me about it was that they're on a train going around the world, and those tracks haven't, 20 years they've been going around or some business, and the tracks haven't failed. Yeah. So there's kind of that. But other than that, it's got some good stuff. And then whenever you see the division of people going from the back of the train to the front of the train, that's a very interesting commentary on our society.
Yeah.
I look forward to that. I'm looking forward to that one now. Was all invented by a YouTuber, and that's possible. It may all be wrong, but again, check it out. I think it's pretty good stuff. Let's see here, Ash. Let's see. Yeah, I think it is a good take. It's fun. If nothing else, it's a fun little, sure seems real conspiracy theory to me.
What seems real?
Squirrel said time for new management. He said, I called HR. I said, call HR. I got you. I don't think there were any intentions of being in Wonka University. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to look at that. Let me just look. What's it called? Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer.
Yeah, Wonka theory. So it says, I'm just going to read this off the thing, and it says, Snowpiercer Willy Wonka theory suggests that Snowpiercer is a dark sequel to the Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory, positing that the villainous Wilford is actually an adult Charlie Bucket, who inherited the factory and used his resources to build the train. This theory is supported by the thematic similarities like class disparity and a journey through the self-contained structure, which is very adventure-like. That whenever they go through the train, it's very much like Willy Wonka's factory because this room is different and that room is different and there's lights and it's weird. And let's see, self-contained structure and plot parallels such as a powerful industrialist testing a protagonist and using hidden messages or tickets. It also draws a connection between the Oompa Loompas and the small children who power the train's engine.
The small children that power the train's engine.
Yes.
That don't sound good.
It doesn't. And see, that's why, yeah, you'll get it when you watch. I think we should watch that one. I'm going to put that. Do you want to do that one? You're not scared, are you?
No, I'm. You want to do so? It's Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer, yeah.
Okay.
And I think what we should do, maybe, should we watch we'll watch Snowpiercer, and somewhere along the way, we ought to watch the YouTube video connecting the pieces between the two. I just don't know if we should do it. Yeah. We really should do it after, because if we do it before, it's going to spoil the movie for you. You'd be like, you won't get it. I personally think it has without having seen it in quite a while, there's one stupid ball moment, I think, at the end. It's really stupid ball. We'll talk about it. In my opinion, it's stupid ball. You're like, there's no way. There's no fucking way. Anyway, that way, if there's a way, it would certainly could happen. It just wouldn't work out. It would not be a good situation. All right, so Snowpiercer is our movie of the week. Awesome sauce. Now, before we get on to anything else, yes, Snowpiercer, Rainbow Ash, yes. Snowpiercer. Let me ask you one last, and we can talk about it for what's left of the show. Is your thoughts on the Stargate? Because we kind of talk about it like, you can't talk about it too much on the show. Yeah. So, have you guys gone back to Stargate Atlantis yet, or?
Yes. So on Stargate Atlantis, we just finished episode 14, season 3, Tal of Rodney. So when Rodney gets zapped by the upgrade machine, whatever the hell it was, to help them ascend, the ascending machine, and he was getting really smart and would have died. That's Rodney? The one I just watched.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. Yeah, they explore one of these rooms. The Russian, is he Russian? Vlad, whatever his name is, the other scientist.
Oh, the scientist. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name.
The other scientists, they're bickering as they always bicker and what buttons you're supposed to push and yada, yada. Yeah. And so Rodney pushes this button and he gets zapped and he starts becoming super duper duper smart and he's figuring out all these problems and whatever. So it was really cool. It was a good episode. Yeah, I like the episode too, Sir Equinox.
It from what you tell me, it reminds me of the episode called The Fifth Race in Stargate, where Jack got his head stuck in the thing and it put the brain and he had to go get the Asgard to get it out of there. Yeah. Yeah.
Very similar. Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah. I really wish I could get the evil one to rewatch it. But she, because it's so good. It really is good. And I think she'd watch it. She just went into it with it didn't go well. And the first season is a hard season to watch, Yeah. And we're watching the first. It does. Yeah. We're watching the first 2 seasons. We're into midway through the second season of Deep Space Nine again. And I really like the fact that I've already seen it once because, girl, there are some episodes that I got to skip.
Yeah.
But fortunately, my timeline was off. I thought things started getting good at the end of season 3, beginning of season 4, but it actually starts at the end of season. Well, there's good parts, setup parts throughout the first 2 seasons, but at the end of season 2 is when they bring the Dominion in as the who will be the bad guys throughout the series. Yeah. So that's coming at the end of this in second season, and shit for me is about to get really good. I enjoy it after that. I think part of season 6 or somewhere kind of sucks. I think just because of Odo gets the stupid ball. I just want to say for a little while, and you're like, oh my god, this is just
one of them's.
Yeah, one of them's. You do anything for Nookie.
Well, some people do.
That's right.
That is true.
Right. Yep,
did it all
I have to say. Been there. Anyway, so there's that. But Lawnmower Man, oh, that was an interesting movie, Lawnmower Man. It was a long time ago, very old movie. Do you remember it?
I've seen it, but it's been so long.
Very old. There's so much of it I don't remember. I remember it had the same kind of graphics as kind of Tron. You remember at the end of Tron, the original movie, there's this core thing and it's got a face on it. And I remember the Lawnmower Man having a similar level of graphic style for that face, even though it was like 10 years later.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Tron's a good one too. I mean, it's been ages since I've seen that. My Lord.
Yeah, I watched that recently. I like Tron. I enjoy Tron. It's fun to watch because it's so old. I say that after not saying we don't want to watch old, but it's really, they did such a good job. One of the old ones that I would like to see that I've never seen is The Black Hole. That's supposed to be a good flick. Yeah, The Black Hole, like 1972 or some shit.
Oh.
Let me look.
1979.
Yeah, it's one of those that has a really interesting premise and a cool ending. Yeah. 79.
Ernest
really?
Borgnine.
Ernest Borgnine. You're familiar with Ernest? Where do you know him from?
Oh, I don't even know, but I know that face. He's been in like tons of stuff I've seen, but I don't.
Airwolf. Airwolf. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Airwolf is where I know him from. That's pretty much the only thing I've ever seen him in is Airwolf. That I remember anyway. Yep. Robert Forster. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that. Anthony Perkins was in it. That must have been what drove him crazy. So he started killing people at his mother's hotel.
Yikes.
That was he went on to later star in the movie Alfred Hitchcock movie where he killed the chick in a hotel with his mom. He's wearing
Psycho.
Yes. So he went on to play Psycho, or he came from play. Either way. Maximilian Schell. Yeah, so that'd be a fun one to watch. I may have to watch that one all by myself. McHale's Navy. I saw McHale's Navy, the movie with Kelsey Grammer. I thought it was fun. It was fun. Was he in that? Okay, I guess he was in that. Yeah, I do remember seeing it. Well, he was in the original McHale's Navy. If he was in the new McHale's Navy he was dead by the time the new McHale's Navy came out. So never mind. Yeah. Kelly's Heroes. Yeah, there we go. All right. So have you completely diverted, or have you stopped Stargate, the proper one, the regular one, or are you still watching it a little bit?
We're going back and forth. So on SG1, we're on season 10, and I'm not sure which is the last one we watched. I feel like it's somewhere around episode 10-ish, somewhere in there, I think.
Okay. Let me look here. There's one of them that's a really interesting episode that I'm waiting for you to get past so I can ask you about it. But I'm not really sure which one it is, so let me kind of briefly, and I think it's in season 10. Let me do some little reading. I'll talk amongst yourself. So I know it's not that one.
Gosh, I don't know why I'm struggling to remember which one it was.
Which one was the last one you saw?
Yeah, the last one that I watched. Oh, okay. I vaguely remember that one of the recent ones is they're searching for Merlin. They haven't found Merlin's weapon yet. They're searching for Merlin's weapon, and they're I forget where they're at. But Homegirl's daughter, grown-up daughter, shows up, and she's like chasing them through the Stargates to try to locate them. That's one of the most recent ones I remember. So somewhere around there, whatever one that was.
Yeah, the actress playing the daughter is the same actress who was in Firefly. Yeah,
the one who has the ship, the dock, the dock or whatever, the right?
Companion.
Yeah.
Yeah, the companion. All right, so the one you've seen, you have to have seen. The one I'm wondering about, you have to have seen. So let me come back here and see if I can find it real quick. And there we go, real quick, just a moment. Oh, I didn't realize that Wallace Shawn was in there. I forgot that he was in here. The Powers That Be, The Beached. Bump, bump, bump. One moment, please. I'm sorry, guys. Prototype. Fourth Horseman. Collateral damage. Ripple effect. That's not it. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to ask the chat to find it for me because I know what I'm looking for here. So I'm going to say, what episode? Okay, 1 second. I'm sorry, guys, because this is importante. Because it's pertinent, I think. See if it's going to answer me with a reasonable question. No, that's not the one. It says window of opportunity. That is not the one. Hold on. Let's see if they're talking. Let's see if they fixed it.
I think
Let's
maybe
see.
the last episode I've watched actually is episode 11. Because if there's a part 1 and 2, we like never leave it on part 1.
Oh,
we
do
have
you?
to watch the part. We have to watch the part 2. We can't wait.
Okay. All right. So season 10, episode 20 called Unending on Stargate. Let's go back if you can to that. Season 10, episode 20. Really? It's that late into it. Season
one?
10. Yeah, apparently so. Or the nearly last one. Okay, it is Unending. So in this episode, oh, you haven't seen it yet. So never mind. We can't talk about it. Unfortunately, we can't talk about it. So never mind. I'm sorry. Can't talk about it. It's a good one. It's one that, you know, really brings a circle around to some things, emotional things like, oh, that's cool. But we can't, but we mustn't. We mustn't. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you. Let me read the super chats real quick before we let Ryan go, because she's I don't know why we make her do it too. She's fun. She's all kind of fun. Let's see our super chats. Where is the button? There it is. Pardon me, mon amigos. All right, so Donald Trump's Bone Spurs has been a member for 11 months. Thank you for renewing your membership. For $10, D&D said, have you seen the series Fallout? And I think that's a good one as a series to watch, you know, for her. And of course, me and the wife are going to watch it as well. And of course, Foundation Girl. Don't forget to watch Foundation.
Yes.
And then, of course, a Voice of American Culture became a channel supporter. So thank you all for your support. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Ryan, thank you for joining me. I'm going to play the goat scented flesh candles commercial for our friends in the chat. I believe it was, yes. And so Rainbow Ash. All right. So you guys have a wonderful weekend. Send safely, my friends. Take care.
Bye.
Have you sinned again? Oh, and it's bad this time. A chicken just won't do. But wait, you don't have a goat for your burnt offering. Oh no, the Lord's wrath is upon you.
Insignificant person whose name I don't know, you have sinned. Probably. I shall smite thee.
What do you do? You're all out of goats. She left you for another man.
Fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles.
No goat? No problem. Just light one of these bad boys and let the sweet, savory scent of burning built flesh rise up to the heavens.
Is that goat?
It's easy, it's fast, and deluxe models even have patented technology that produces a goat screaming sound as the wick burns.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented candles. Save a goat, burn a candle.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles are part of our You Do You Jew interfaith outreach program.
When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. When the Lord requires that pungent smell, light a candle or you're going to hell. Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booths, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goat's the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen sink, light the goat